21 unbelievable things that fell from the sky. 21. EENCY spider decided not to crawl up the water spout, but rather freak everyone out and rain from the sky. Be glad you're not Eric Rice, as he was the one who captured the freaky incident of the spiders raining from the sky. It happened in Santo Antonio de Platina, which is a small town around 250 miles from Sao Paulo. Apparently, this is not something too unusual though, as these types of spiders hang from trees on their webs, catching insects. Strong winds can detach the spiders, making it appear as if it's raining spiders. 20. A golfer's dream comes true. This amazing event took place in 1969 at Punta Gorda in Florida. Residents awoke to see loads of golf balls raining down from the sky. Meteorologists suggest that a passing tornado swallowed up the water of golf ball-filled ponds, and then later the balls were seen raining down in the streets. 19. A desperate escape. Not the first time to be witnessed, but this particular incident took place in the city of Jeddah. Human body parts fell from the sky, with police saying it was more than likely remains of a stowaway in an airplane wheel. Some people are so desperate to try and get into different countries, they hide in the plane's wheels. Many die due to freezing temperatures, but some do manage to survive. 18. 5-second rule doesn't apply here. In 2009, a jelly rain was reported in Scotland. Tests were conducted by scientists from National Geographic, but nothing conclusive was found. One theory was that the jelly was frog or toad ovaries that were regurgitated by buzzards and then vomited out as they are indigestible. Some thought it was a fungus or pieces of a meteor shower. 17. Cloudy with a chance of fish. Actually, this is one of the more common things to be reported as falling from the sky. Reports from Singapore, India, Australia, Canada, Nepal, and many other places have all documented sightings of fish raining from the sky. An accepted scientific explanation is tornadoes that head over water, lift the fish out of the water, carry them for a distance, and then drop them somewhere along the route. Must be quite a smelly experience. 16. The sky is falling. In the November of 1954, a meteorite was spotted in Alabama. Residents saw a fiery object shoot across the sky. Some reports came through of the explosion heard when it plummeted into the earth. As Anne Elizabeth Hodges was having a nap, an 8-pound chunk of the meteorite crashed right through her roof, bounced off her radio, and smashed into her hip. Luckily, she was fine, just badly bruised. She was the first recorded person to be hit by a meteorite. 15. It's raining cats and dogs. And cows. In fact, there are 2 reports of cows falling from the sky, one in France and one in Washington state. Linda and Charles Everson were driving down Manson Highway when a 600-pound cow literally fell from the sky onto their vehicle. They were both fortunate to be alive. The cow left its herd 2 days prior and fell off a 200-foot cliff close to the highway. That's an anniversary they will never forget. 14. Sugar and spice and all things nice. There is a record showing that in 1857, on 2 occasions, sugar crystals fell from the sky. They ranged in size from 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 inch. This took place in Northern California, and in a history book on the area, it states that the ladies used the crystals to make syrup. No explanation was offered as to where the crystals came from. 13. How do frogs die? They croak. Again, not that uncommon. 150 soldiers near Leyland, Iran, witnessed a rainfall of hundreds of toads. It's also been reported in Hungary and Japan. As violent storms head over water, it lifts the water along with the animals, dropping them further down along the path of the storm. 12. A shark's tail. In October 2012, a report came through of a live leopard shark falling out the sky at the 12th tee at a golf club in California. The marshal saw it happen and took the live shark to get some water at the club. Staff then managed to get the shark back to the ocean and released it into the water, where it swam away unharmed. It was thought a bird snatched it and the shark managed to wriggle its way free. Definitely not going to be bird food today. 11. A little dirt never hurt. Mud rained down on the residents of New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Connecticut on the 11th of April 1902. There was a massive dust storm in Illinois, which created huge clouds that were blown across the eastern part of the US. When the clouds eventually burst open, mud rained down. People on the street were covered in spots of mud, and the story was featured in the New York Times. 10. A meaty story. Back in 1876, Mrs. Allan Crouch was in her Kentucky farmyard making soap. Next thing, meat starts falling from the sky. Even more strange, two men taste to confirm that it was indeed meat. It was written in the Louisville Medical News Journal that it was probably the disgorgement of some vultures that was sailing over the spot. 9. Money doesn't grow on trees, but it does fall out of the sky. A few accounts have been recorded of money falling from the sky. One in 1957 happened in France, where thousands of 1,000 franc notes fell from the heavens. Then again in 1975, apparently hundreds of $1 bills fell from the sky in Illinois. 8. It's raining, it's pouring. Blood. Several times it's been reported that blood has rained down, once in Colombia and more recently a few times in India. The 5th of July 2012 was the most recent and saw a red shower come down in Kerala. Everywhere was just red and pink and smelt like beetroot. This mysterious rain was initially thought to be mixed with a meteor burst, and it's also been blamed on extraterrestrial life. At this stage, no plausible answers have been given. 7. No dancing in this rain. Heading off to the UK, 4th of March 2001 at Galashiels Academy, David Crichton was giving a soccer class. During the class, it began to rain. But not just any rain. It rained earthworms. It might have been easier to explain if there were strong winds about, but the day was perfectly clear. 6. Total freak accident. This poor little boy was innocently playing outside with friends when a sacrificial goat bolted from the 6th-story flat it was held captive in, only to land on the boy. Hevel Yildirim died instantly, as did the goat. 5. Death by lawnmower. This is hard to believe, but during a football game between the Jets and the Patriots in 1979 at Shea Stadium, a man was killed by a flying lawnmower. During halftime, model airplanes were flown in the stadium. A plane, which was shaped like a lawnmower, flew into John Bowen and Kevin Rourke. Kevin Rourke died a few days later from his injuries. There were no criminal charges, but there was a lawsuit against the Flying Association and the guy who flew the plane. 4. Lady Luck was on their side. Amazingly, both the turtle and the driver were unharmed in this freak accident. Nicole Marie Biancas was traveling on the motorway when this turtle fell from the sky and smashed into her windscreen. The vehicle in front of her accidentally drove over the turtle, causing it to fly upwards and backwards, which is how it ended up on the windscreen. Just glad no one was hurt. 3. A most unusual snow day. In 2007, Siberia reported multicolored snow. There was yellow, green, and orange, and apparently it was very smelly. It fell in 3 different regions, and it was thought to be the effects of clay and sandy soils in those regions. 2. Rain, rain, go away. Especially if you're going to rain live jellyfish. In 1894, thousands of jellyfish rained down in Bath in England. Again, more than likely the result of a hectic wind carrying them from one point to another, but no documented cases of raining jellyfish since then. Thank goodness. 1. An apple a day. In December of 2011, more than 100 apples were spotted raining down in Coventry. The apples hit cars, littered the streets, and caused a bit of mayhem. It was thought to either be caused by a current of air lifting them from an orchard and pelting them down in Kersley, but some people have suggested it fell from an aeroplane. Wherever they came from, it must have been quite a sight to see. Have you seen anything unusual raining from the sky? Let us know in the comments below, and remember to subscribe to our channel for more hard-to-believe videos just like this. Thanks for watching.